All right. Let's do this again. Intro.
Testing. All right, so we test the mic. Mics look good again.
No problems. Don't break yours this time.
I'm trying not to.
All right. All right.
I speak with that deep, thunderous Barry White voice. The mic can't handle it. Welcome, ladies and germs, to another session of the Two Dad Podcast.
Thank you.
Since we're going with the term session over episodes.
Again,
for whatever reason.
Because I prefer sessions over... I prefer sessions over episodes.
You're just like Trump. Trump preferred Jeff Sessions.
Listen, don't ever compare me to Trump.
I don't know.
He's got money.
You guys look alike. Oh, that's the difference?
That's the difference. He's got money.
Between you and Trump is he's got money and you don't?
Pretty much.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So, pardon our technical difficulties. We are having issues with one of the mics. So if the quality of this episode isn't that great, fuck yourself.
Great way to win over the audience.
Tune in next time. Definitely for Christmas, gonna buy myself a new set of mics.
Yeah. How old are these mics now? These mics are, I think,
like 2 years old. Almost.
Are they 2 years old?
I think you got them like two Amazons ago.
Was it 2 Amazons ago?
2 Amazons ago, we got these mics. Yeah, because we've been dicking around with this for like 2 years.
I don't think it's been 2 years. No way, it's been 2 years. It's maybe been like a year and a half.
It's been like 2 years.
It's been like a year and a half.
2 years.
Bro.
Because I was in the hospital last Christmas, remember? And we had them since the Christmas before that.
Has it been 2 years digging around with this podcast?
2-year-old mics lead to some fucked up sound recording. But anyway, the show must go on, so we got to go on and do what we got to do.
Let's do this.
All right. So
where are we starting?
Before anything, I got to shout out the Miami Dolphins, right?
Why?
Because they just beat the Patriots today.
Oh.
On a miracle play. They're calling it the Miami Miracle.
Okay. Right? Okay. Some 305 shit.
So Tannehill throws the ball to the wide receiver. He grabs it. He pitches it back to the other dude. Who pitches it back to the other dude.
We talked about last time. What we were in Ale House and I was like, oh, they could still win. Like, just do what was that? A lateral? A lateral play. Holy shit! So
the Dolphins beat the Patriots by 1 point on that play. And they look like the Patriots look like they were playing in garbage time. Like, there's no way the Dolphins can do this. And the Dolphins did it. So, congratulations to the Miami Dolphins for beating the Patriots. Regardless of how the rest of the season goes.
Oh, of course.
The Miami Dolphins beat the Patriots today on some, like, random bootleg play, which was mad legit. And what made it best was they were wearing the throwback uniforms, which I love.
Oh, that's dope.
So,
that's dope. All right, to the Miami Dolphins.
So we start with that. Also, want to give a big 2 thumbs down to the Chevrolet dealership and Chevrolet in general. I guess I'm gonna start there.
All right, what's wrong with your car now?
So check this out. Like, shout out to my car being at 41,000 miles in a year.
2 years and 41,000.
1 year, 41,000 miles.
Holy.
All right. God. Shout out to my job for making me drive a whole bunch of fucking miles. But anyway, so the positive on the car is the tires look like they're only halfway worn. So the factory tires are lasting like 40,000 miles. Like, whoa.
That's pretty dope.
Now here's the dilemma, right? On top of all the other issues I've had with my car, and GM, and quote me on this, people, GM told me if I wanted to buy another brand of car, that was my prerogative. Right, so they don't even care if I buy another Chevrolet. Like, which sucks for me being from Miami, so I'm supposed to bump Chevy riding high when I ain't got no Chevy. Like, I can't bump Chevy riding high in the Honda.
To be perfectly honest, in the Malibu, you're not really bumping Chevy riding high.
But I'm still riding the Chevy though. So, granted,
it's
either way
a hybrid,
right? So whatever, it's a badass hybrid, all right?
Okay.
So, So customer service at GM sucks. Customer service at the dealership, 10 times worse. Especially because this is my 3rd Chevrolet dealership on my 2nd new car.
should tell you something.
So big thumbs down to John Hall Chevrolet in Daytona. Didn't even fuck with David Moss Chevrolet in Sanford because they can't get their financing right, and they want to cut a hole and do some fuck shit and like put a sunroof in a car instead of getting one from the factory with a sunroof in it.
Yep.
Right now, New Smyrna Chevy. I'm gonna give you the big thumbs down because guess what? I pull up on. Is it Friday?
Yeah.
Yesterday was Saturday. So I pull up on Friday to the dealership, right? And I'm there for my scheduled maintenance, oil change, multi-point inspection, all that good shit. Mm-hmm. The guy says, is there anything else wrong with the car? I said, yeah. He was like, what? I said, it randomly accelerates.
Mm-hmm.
So, now, remember a couple years ago the Priuses did that?
Yeah.
Like, they would randomly accelerate, which was a recall and a big-ass safety issue. So, I've noticed on the car, like, as I'm coming around a bend and I'll hit the brake, like after I left my foot off the brake, I don't know if it's the electric motor hitting the car, but the car starts zooming up, and then I have to hit the brake again. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I gotta slow down. Yeah. So random acceleration. The guy's like, oh, that's not good. I'm like, yeah, but I can't replicate the issue, so you guys aren't going to do shit. Just like every other issue I've had with the car, I can't replicate it because it randomly does it. I'm like, so I'll just die, and then you guys will have that on your conscience. He was like, oh, okay. Right? So yeah. I take it to the service department, a car under warranty, tell them the car's randomly accelerating, and then they don't even bother to look at it.
Wow.
So, fuck you, Chevrolet. At this point, my ass, when I go to buy a new car, will be something foreign.
Kia?
Probably a BMW be the next car.
Yeah.
Brand new, because I'm tired of this shit. And I ain't never heard of no BMW dealership telling you, yo, if you want to drive a Mercedes, that's your prerogative.
You're right about that, but you're going to pay a lot for that BMW. And you're going to continue to pay a lot for the maintenance on said BMW.
That's why you just get it with the warranty, man. Warranty. Like that's the big deal.
The warranty.
In society, like people always think the warranty is like something that's supposed to like rob you, but it's the opposite. The warranty is there for you. You just got to know how to play the system.
Okay.
And that's where the difference between us free-thinking people and the sheeple come into play.
Wake up, sheeple. Wake up.
Wake up, sheeple. Like, we're going to have to do that shit there. So we go into this. I'm going to hit you with what I told you last week. Did you come up with a topic for the week?
I didn't.
Again, so two weeks in a row, you done dropped the ball.
So to drop the ball, I would have had to have picked up the ball. So clearly, since I didn't even try, I didn't pick up the ball, so I couldn't have dropped it. That is sound logic, sir. The ball was never picked up. The ball was never in play. You're a sports ball guy. You should know this. The ball was never in play. How can it be a fumble if we never even started the game? Right?
Before you shot the free throw after the fumble, right?
Exactly. You get what I'm saying.
I have no idea what the fuck you're saying. So anyway, I guess we'll just go into my topics for this week, right? I only got a few.
We'll see if something comes to me throughout the session.
Trying to save some topics for the streaming, right? So when we streamed last time. If you haven't checked us out, check us out on Twitch. We're streaming video games. We didn't really have much to talk about, like topic. We were too big, like we were so like mind bent on doing that shit. That it, to me, like when I rewatched it wasn't entertaining. So I was like, oh, we got to have some topics to talk about during streaming. Some bullshit topics.
The thing about streaming is like, it's kind of like when we just used to sit around and like we would watch like Chewy play Call of Duty, or we would play Smash Brothers, like when we would sit down and bullshit.
But it's got to be mindless. Right? So doing the Shattered Throne on Destiny was not mindless. Like, it took a lot of thinking because it's the first time we did it. Now, if we were just grinding powerfuls, then... And maybe that's where we'll go with this topic, right? We'll go into Destiny. So, Destiny got a new update.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, the Black Armory.
The Black Armor, right? So how do you feel about this? Before I give you my 2 cents, how do you feel about Destiny's new approach to... You know what? We're not giving you DLCs anymore. You're buying an annual pass.
So, Here's how I feel about it. I wish there would have been at least maybe 2 missions that were story related, because that's what got me into the game. I love Destiny first and foremost as a story driven game. The gunplay in the game is awesome. Some of the best gunplay that's out right now. But I love the story behind Destiny. And I know you don't want to watch all the British videos of all the guys who get into the lore to get into it. But I love that game. And I love the story. So I wish I would have gotten at least 2 or 3 story missions to set up the Black Army. And then they could have done whatever the hell they wanted.
So this is what I'm going to say, right? Mm-hmm. Like, fuck the lore of the game. Right? Like, you're hardcore into Destiny. I get it.
Yes.
Love the lore.
Yes.
Me, it'd be like, if it was Dragon Ball Z, I would be, like, mad into it.
Okay.
Right? But it's just Destiny. And I've been playing it, so this is how I feel about Destiny, right? One. Mm-hmm. Right? You took my $60 when I bought Destiny.
Yes.
All right. You gave me Warmind and Osiris. Mm-hmm. Warmind being all right because it brought the sleeper.
Yeah.
Osiris, straight trash.
Yes, it was.
You took my $35 for that. All right, so now I'm at $95. Mm-hmm. Right, so Forsaken comes out. Mm-hmm. All right, Forsaken's like an episode. You take my $40.
Yep.
All right, so I'm at $135 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so now you're giving me the option to buy annual passes that last for 3 months, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the annual pass is gonna take you through the whole year. So that the annual pass is everything they're gonna drop for the next year.
Okay, so the season of whatever we're in, the Drifter,
and then
the other bullshit,
Joker's Wild, yeah. And then
okay, I can't remember the last one. You take my $35 for that, so I'm at $170.
Yes,
right. Minus what you micro pay for silver, minus what
you don't have to micro pay for silver though.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying
okay,
what you micro pay for silver. What you buy in extras, because you can buy deluxe editions and all that other shit. And really, so I'm at 100. Say I'm at a cool, after taxes and everything. Say I'm at a cool 180.
Yeah.
Right. That's the cost of 3 games.
Yep.
3 brand new games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't feel like we got content that's more than a game and a half.
So
Forsaken was great. And the Dreaming City gave you something to really like grind and do out of the ordinary. This Black Armory crap, like maybe it turns out to be good. The first week is kind of hard to tell because it's like, all right, well now you hit 600, now you get 650. All right, cool. All right, now you got this fortune you can't do right now because it's a 630 and you only get so many prime Ingrams and powerful Ingrams. So for the people who play like constantly or they grind out, yeah. I mean, hell yeah, you could sit there and grind it out but for people like us who pick up the game twice a week, it's like, and I'm not playing a lot because I'm playing when I don't have a fucking job to pay for the money to buy the fucking game and all this bullshit, right? It's kind of hard to keep up. Because, like, now we're into the first week. The first forge is already almost done. And then the second one, I think, gets introduced.
The second one has already been unlocked when someone beat the raid on Friday. But let's do this. So you say Destiny is half a game. You spent $180, right?
No, it's just a game and a half.
It's a game and a half.
Right.
So it's a game and a half, and you spent $180 potentially on it, correct? Since Destiny 2 launched.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
No, I'm sorry. Last year.
Yeah, Destiny 2 launched last year.
Yeah, so we're into about a year and a half with Destiny.
Okay.
Right?
How many hours would you guesstimate you put into Destiny?
Over 400. It tells you on the Xbox.
Okay.
It tells you over 400.
Okay, so over 400 hours, right? How much of that would you say was enjoyable? That was like really just amazingly great.
I don't not enjoy Destiny.
No. I want you to come up with a number that was just like It was perfect of that 400.
I don't fucking know, man. It's 400 fucking hours.
Pick a fucking number.
No, I'm not picking a 6.
6 hours out of 400, sir. You're wasting your life if that's the case.
Look, I'm just saying that, like, for the amount of money you put into it, the content you get, like, doesn't seem. I mean, like, the only reason there are so many hours in it because it's meticulous grinding to reach something because I'm OCD. So I can't not be 600 light. I cannot have all the emotes. I cannot, like, I suck at the game. So it's not even like I'm like good at it, like I'm playing to do some stupid shit. I'm just playing to collect because I have fucking OCD and I'm like, I gotta have it all. My fucking vault is full. The vault is full of shit because I won't throw it away just because I'm like, oh, I got all these different sparrows. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, like when I got the Solstice of Heroes armor. Right? That's all I do is collect shit. So as it's grinding to collect, which is meticulous, and it keeps me entertained, so I'm okay with that. But the point is that, like, if, like, I'm weird. So, yeah, you got me. Right?
Yeah.
But for somebody else who's trying to buy into the game, you're not getting the content. To me, to say you're going to keep people in.
So, let me ask you this. You wanted me to watch Creed 2, correct?
Hell yeah.
It was a great movie, right?
I didn't see Creed 2 yet. Did you see Creed 2?
No, not yet.
All right. Did you watch Creed 1?
No, not yet.
Then what the fuck?
All right, because I'm trying to make a point. So Creed 1, right? Great movie. Michael B. Jordan killing it again, right? So how long is Creed 1?
Listen.
No. I'll let you say your piece. Now just follow through with me. How long is Creed 1?
2 hours.
2 hours, right? Would you pay to see Creed 1 in theaters?
I did pay to see Creed 1 in theaters.
Okay, how much was your ticket?
I don't know, like $15.
$15 for 2 hours.
All right, look.
You paid $15 for 2 hours. So if we take that math, right? We take that math and we say, okay, not even 400 hours of Destiny was as good or as fulfilling as the movie. Let's say it was just 150 hours of your 400 was as fulfilling as Creed 1. That means you owe Destiny $300. Actually, no, that's not $300. What am I doing? I can't do math.
Listen, all right. So I'm gonna tell you this: there was more story in 2 hours of Creed than there was in all of the Destiny game together.
I don't know if that's true.
Anyway, I'm
Sorry,
not.
You owe them $2,200.
I'm not saying anything against Destiny.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
I'm just saying that even like Fallout or Skyrim have way more like playthrough hours with way more story because there's so much more you can do. Like literally in Destiny, like we're sitting there now. Year 1, $180 in, and I got 7 planets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but with multiple stories.
But there's not. You're very limited on what you can do sideways.
True.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's not enough like, oh, I'm a hunter, like, and I want to go do some crazy shit like to get this. Like, you have to play so much because like exotic drops are ridiculous. So again, like truly enjoyable hours, not a lot because you're just basically grinding. Like when we did the Shattered Throne, it was 5 hours because we're trash.
Yeah.
Right? And we decided to do it with 2 people and not know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Or refuse to read like a YouTube video.
But we did it though.
But we did it the second time in an hour.
Yeah.
So how much of that, like how many times did we play the Shattered Throne and you were like, man, I'm ready to get off this shit, but I've already put 3 hours into it, so I can't stop at this point.
But that's
like midway, like banging a chick and then realizing that she got a smell Like, do you stop or do you keep going?
Hey man, you're already there.
You're already there. You're already finished through.
But that sense of accomplishment of when like, yo man, we fucking did it. We did it. It took us 5 hours, but we did it the first time. That shit was dope, man. That like, it was amazing, that feeling of just like that sense of accomplishment.
It was great, but how much did you feel like I wasted my time when we did it the second time in an hour?
Oh, huge. Huge. And I was just all like, man, we were garbage that first time.
We're garbage in general, but that's the point.
Yeah. But it was still fun, man. Even the second time when we were like, the second time we got to that boss and we literally wrecked that boss the first round. How many times did we have to refight that last boss? But but it's enjoyable, right? And like, of all the things, I could be doing crystal meth right now. That's enjoyable, but that'll ruin my life.
How do you know crystal meth is enjoyable?
It's gotta be, man.
I've never seen anybody like happy in crystal meth, and when you do see them happy, you realize they have no teeth.
Yeah, but look at all the people ODing on crystal meth, man. That shit must be good.
Look,
must be good.
I'm gonna leave this Destiny topic right now because it's
you're not gonna win with me.
It's too early. It's too early to tell whether
we'll revisit in another session. How about that?
The Black Armory, like the thing you see, like even this week, like I had to squeeze in some time to play because I'm afraid like the first forge was gonna go away, but it's not. It's just you have to pick up the story later.
Yeah.
But that's how they get you. Now and then they bring in some other crap, and it's like, hey,
yeah. And
I'm still waiting on the exotic hunter gauntlets from the damn Dreaming City that I can't seem to get.
Yeah.
So it's like, how the hell are you supposed to like?
Listen. People went 3 years without getting the rocket launcher Gjallarhorn from Destiny 1. 3 years people went without getting that thing until Xur decided to sell it again. That's because they made Xur sell it again because nobody had this freaking rocket. I had the rocket launcher.
Xur need to start selling some real shit. Like
they do need to up the availability on Xur at least once a season.
But Xur is still throwing out like year one pre Osiris exotics, and like anything pre Forsaken is trash.
That's not true.
Okay,
that's not true.
I take that back because the Sleeper came out of Warmind, and the Sleeper is a shit. All right, so Sleeper is amazing, but even like the armor, like any of the original armor, the Dead Complex, even the Sword Flight. I love the Sword Flight armor when I got it, and it's like it doesn't have any bonus rolls. So
they are literally adding those in a coming update because they realize they got some of it got left behind, but some of it's really good. Like for my class, the Warlock, I still have the Warlord's Vigil, I think is the exotic name.
But exotics were always decent, but you only can wear one. Yeah. Now, if you changed it to like pre-Osiris exotics, you could have two because they're really trash. Then it's like, okay. Anyway, I want to move on from the Destiny.
What you got? What else you got?
Because I'm done with that. So I was in GameStop, speaking of other games, and I swear I'm gonna buy a Switch at some point. Because
why?
Apparently, everybody was going crazy on Friday for Smash Brothers.
Yeah, because it came out.
But people are like going in there mad heavy, buying Switches like crazy.
See, I'm not a huge Smash fan, mostly because I was never good at it.
Well, you're not good at like a lot of shit.
Yeah, especially Smash. I hated it.
So you're not good at smashing, but you still try to do it
every night. Every night
in the Uber.
Right in the Uber.
So speaking of Uber, right?
Yeah.
So tell me tell me a weird Uber story from recent. Like some shit like, oh, you wouldn't believe it unless you were there type.
All right. So do you know where Winter Park is?
Yeah.
The nice little fancy area.
Okay.
They got some like multi-million-dollar houses and whatnot.
All right.
So I pull up, nice huge house, man, huge. clearly in the millions of dollars homes, and the Uber app says, yo, this guy's name is like Jack. We're gonna call him Jack, right? He's all like, and I'm all like, all right, I get there, I'm waiting, chilling, playing on my phone, waiting for this dude to come out. Dude comes out with a bag, and I'm all like, hey, how you doing? What do you need? It's all like, oh, the Uber's not gonna be for me. It's gonna be for a friend of mine. You know, you're gonna go take her and drop it off. Not uncommon, right? I'm all like,
all right, because I'm very new Uber novice.
Mm-hmm.
So he ordered an Uber for a chick.
Pretty much.
Okay.
This is not uncommon, right?
Dudes will order you hear the rap songs like, I'm gonna send you an Uber.
Exactly.
Okay, so
exactly, right? So multi-million-dollar house in a gated community, right?
All right.
Swear, the Orlando Magic, a handful of the Orlando Magic have homes in that community.
Okay.
Right? Guy comes, puts the bag in the car. Chick walks out. What's the best way to describe this chick? She looked like, so she walked down. I'm all like, is that a crackhead? Was my first thought when I saw her.
So she was crack whore-esque.
Yes. Okay. Very crack whore-esque. I'm like, okay.
Right, like, what was she wearing? Like knee-high boots or some shit like that?
No, not knee-high boots, but like a short dress. Kind of looked disheveled. Yeah, tight. Kind of looked disheveled.
Does she look old?
So that's what I thought. I was all like, maybe she's just like an old lady with like bad plastic surgery from like the early 90s. You know the type, right?
Okay.
And I was all like, all right, that was weird. So then I'm like, she gets in the car and this bitch is like sounds like Macy Gray.
Like she needs a tracheotomy? Is that what it's called?
A tracheotomy or something?
There
like
you
where
go.
they put the whole
like with the hello, take me over here right now.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, smoking has destroyed your voice. And I'm like, I'm driving this chick and like we get on the highway and she starts telling me about how she doesn't know her, she hasn't talked to her mom in forever because she OD'd last year. And I was all like, what the fuck? And then we get on the highway and I'm all like, yo, where the fuck am I taking this? So I essentially took her to the Orlando equivalent of off 79th Street and North Miami Avenue.
By where?
Or like Biscayne, like
so 79th in North Miami was close to Take One, the strip club.
Yeah.
Shout out to Take One.
Yeah.
Not that I can still remember where strip clubs are at this point in my life. 79th and Biscayne was over there by the Plaza, the Cool J's, where they shot the Bad Boy scene. Okay.
Yeah. And then that's also where they shot Fast and the Furious, and like that's also where all the hookers are.
Okay.
So you
dropped her off in you dropped the crack whore-esque woman, not saying she's a crack whore, but she had crack whore qualities. You dropped her off in a crack whore area.
So I didn't drop her off right there. She's all like, oh, turn this street. I turn this street and she's all like, hey, you see those guys? They're going to come up and ask to wash your window. Don't freak out. They're just checking to see if you're a cop. And I literally pull up because I don't rock the Uber sign anywhere on the car. So I pull up and legit, just like she said, these two dudes are like pretending to wash my car, looking all up in the car and shit. And then they see her get out and they're all like, oh, okay. And it's all good. So basically,
all right. So
I was a driver for a crack whore.
That's some crazy shit, number one. Number two, did she offer you fellatio?
She did not.
All right. 3, did the guy pay you?
Yeah.
Did he tip you?
No.
Did she tip you?
No.
Did she let you get the tip in?
No.
Would you have gotten the tip in?
No. She wasn't a high-class hooker.
Shout out to the dude in the $1 million house with the fucking crack whore.
So, and that's why the story like stuck in my mind, because like that's not the first time. Like that's
not the first time you've had a crack whore in the car.
No, that's not the first time I've driven an escort around. Like, I've picked up escorts from hotels, taken them to places, and they're like, hey, can you hang in the area for like 20 minutes and I'll pay you extra to come back and get me?
What?
Yeah. So that's not the first time that's happened.
So does that mean you're a pimp?
We're gonna get into that too, right? So,
whoa, so my man, you pimping.
So my next question was like, all right,
didn't you want to get into that at one point in Miami?
I did.
Remember before Uber, you're like, I just drive chicks around.
Yeah, I did. I was all like, yo, man, this shit would like make mad cash, right?
Whoa.
So. Yo, I got plenty of stories. Like, I'll tell you about the time I got recruited to be muscle.
We don't want a million stories today.
Oh, okay.
Like
we'll say
the point is the podcast got to go on for a long time, right? So you give us one Uber story a week.
All right.
So
the tales of
the Uber. All right, we're gonna add that as a segment.
All right, that'll be the
that way when you drop the ball and then drop the soap. And fill up on the balls, then you can have the Uber story to back you up.
That line just made no sense. But it does ask the question, like, why would a dude with that much money fuck with a crackhead?
Right? Why would Barry Gibbs buy porn from the little spot on Biscayne Boulevard? Like, I can't tell you why Barry Gibbs was buying porn, why he was riding around the Rolls Royce, but I asked him. Cost me my job, but I asked him.
Yeah, it's like, you're Barry Gibbs.
You're Barry Gibbs. I don't know who you are, but other old bitches know who you are, and you a famous dude. Why the fuck you buying porn when you got a Rolls Royce? Fuck being famous. You got a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
A silver Rolls Royce.
And again, this is why I said things like, hey, not Kanye, who's the other boy? We got the music section for him. His name escapes me at the moment. This is why I say R. Kelly can't have unwilling sex slaves, right? Or not R. Kelly. R. Kelly.
But even as an unwilling sex slave, like what if he pulls out like the crazy card, right? That's like, all right. So taking this to account, right?
Okay.
You meet a chick.
Mm-hmm.
Who, for us, it doesn't matter that she's famous because we're dudes.
Yeah.
She's got a nice body.
Yeah.
She's willing to suck your dick.
Yeah.
I'm in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You get her home. Y'all have sex the first time. It's all great. Nothing out of the ordinary. Maybe a toy's involved or some shit. So what happens the next time when she's like, oh, come over, we're going to have sex, and you go over, and then she's like starting to stick her finger in your ass? Like at what point do you draw the line and say, yo, I didn't sign up for all of this crazy shit? No matter how good, like, all right, so before we answer it, can the chick look good enough that you would, like, forego the, hey, don't stick the finger in my ass and be okay with it?
So here's, when I say that R. Kelly can't have unwilling sex slaves, because the reason I say that is because R. Kelly is rich enough and famous enough, no matter what kind of crazy shit he's going to be into, he's going to be able to find somebody who's going to want the money or just want to do it with R. Kelly. Like that. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I don't understand it. Cause I'm like, from like, if I was in R. Kelly's position and I'm into the freakiest of freaky shit, right?
Okay. So
I'm just going to pay bitches to do it. And that's if I have to.
Okay. But so take it like this, right? Right. Think about your life in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now go back and say, which chicks were more likely to do the out of the ordinary shit? The ones that were higher on the hotness scale, or the ones that were lower?
Always lower,
right?
Always lower. But
so again, like,
you have to overlap the crazy chart on top of that, because then.
Yeah, but you're taking R. Kelly into consideration to say, all right, he's famous, he can pay a chick to do this. Some people aren't cool. Like you couldn't pay me to take fingers in my ass, like, and enjoy it. Like, I would not do it. Like, you couldn't pay me.
Oh,
I don't care if it was
come up with the cash.
Like somebody, like, you know, I'm just trying to think of somebody that looks good, like Jessica Alba, right?
She doesn't look that hot anymore.
But
I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like she shows up in the leather suit from what was that show she was in? Like Dark Angel or something.
Dark Angel, yeah.
Shows up and she's like, I'm gonna give you sloppy head. Like, okay. I'm getting the head. And as she's sitting there cupping my balls, she slips her pinky into my ass. I'm like, whoa, don't do it. And she's like, I'm gonna stop sucking your dick if you don't let me, finish fingering you. I'm gonna be like, then you gotta stop. Cause I'm a cock slapper and I'm gonna walk off. Like, I can't be bought. Especially with something like that.
Nah,
you got the face like
I'd do it.
You would take a finger.
Yep. Yeah. For Jessica Alba. Yeah. Yeah, I'd do it.
Anyway.
But that's my point. You wouldn't, right? But there are plenty of dudes who would. Just like for fucking R. Kelly, the piles of cash that this man lives on, in combination with the fact he's R. Kelly.
But
why would you like?
But do you honestly think he lives on piles of cash? Like we look at celebrities every day and we assume that they're rich, but when you take into account everything they have to pay, the taxes, the upkeep, like do they actually have money? Like
some of them, yes.
You deal with the facade that they have money, but they may not actually have any cash.
Some of them, yes, and some of them, no. And you usually hear about it when a celebrity doesn't have as much cash, as much cash as they flaunt in some of their videos, or they just sometimes you catch them in those hard up moments, right? Like 50 was clowning on Rick Ross for using rented cars in all of his videos, right? Where the hell is Ja Rule been? No one's ever heard from him since the Fire Festival blew up in his face. I don't even think he was really part of that. But the split second 50 had trouble with money. Everybody knew about it. And then he was still, right after he filed for bankruptcy, talking about how he's got millions of dollars. So if he was in some kind of financial trouble that would not support his lifestyle, I feel like we as the public would know about it. Because you usually do.
All right, so I had an R. Kelly topic. We have a lot of R. Kelly topics.
Right? We do have a lot of R. Kelly topics.
So I'm just going to go right into it since we're already here. So is R. Kelly to blame for peeing on people? Or is it that sticker of that kid who's always pissing on
Calvin and Hobbes
on the back of cars? I was thinking about that, like driving, right? I'm like, yo, every time we pass a car, like he always had that kid and he was pissing on something. Like it was like pissing on Trump or pissing on Republicans or pissing on like the Confederate flag or pissing on something. Yeah. He was always pissing on something and it was okay. Like it was deemed okay by society to put it on your car. R. Kelly pisses on one person who enjoyed it
and wanted to be there,
and lied to be there, lied and wanted to be there, and then we frown on him.
We should rename.
So who is at fault? Is it R. Kelly or is it society for making you think it's okay to go piss on shit?
This is the R. Key Apologist podcast.
I'm just saying, like I can't blame someone when society tells you it's okay to do it. Or gives you the perception that it's okay to do it, and then you do it, and they're like, "Oh no, you can't actually do that." That's like if a chick was walking around naked and you slapped her on the ass and she was like, "Don't touch me." Like, whoa, bitch.
Whoa, that's very different.
Like you're naked. You're naked.
No,
Fuck that.
No. That's very different. That is sexual assault.
Is it?
Now, if she comes up and she says, "Hey, slap me on the ass," and then you slap her on the ass and she freaks out because you slapped her on the ass, then that's completely different. But her walking around naked is not an invitation to slap her on the ass.
I don't agree. Fuck that.
That's sexual assault, sir. It's 2018.
Listen, like, if you didn't want to be groped, right, you shouldn't be walking around in grope attire.
Maybe she wants to be visually groped and not physically
groped. I walked around with my dick out and somebody grabbed my dick and was like, "Hey," like, I would have to live with it because it's like, yo, I brought this on myself. All right, that's called self responsibility, right? If I walk around,
I don't agree with that.
Look, if you stick your dick in a toaster and you get a 3rd-degree burn, you can't call Black & Decker and be like, "Your toaster burnt me."
True.
Because you put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, I put myself in that situation by sticking my dick into a toaster.
Yeah, but society...
The toaster didn't say, "Hey, stick your dick in me."
But it did not say that either.
Oh my God,
There's
come on.
no warning on the toaster that says don't stick your dick in it.
There's a social warning that says, hey, you probably shouldn't stick your dick in a toaster.
All right, there's also a social warning you shouldn't probably walk around naked around a bunch of horny-ass dudes.
Why is it the chick's fault? Why isn't it the dude's fault for not being able to not stick their dick in something?
Listen, like why are you so pro like society, man? Like if you walk like society says you have to wear clothes, right?
True.
You can't even get naked in a strip club. Most strip clubs don't actually let the women get naked anymore.
That's true.
So if you can't get naked in the strip club, but you walking around the street butt naked, you must want a little smack on the booty. Like
no. That is not an invitation. How a woman is dressed is not an invitation to physically interact with her in any way, shape, or form.
I'm not saying a woman. Like that's where you're getting mistaken.
Anyone.
I just used the example of a woman, but again, like then I flipped it right on myself. If I walked around naked and somebody
it would be inappropriate. It would be inappropriate.
It'd be inappropriate for me to walk around naked in public.
No, I think it's inappropriate for someone to touch you because you're walking around you're walking around naked in public.
So two wrongs don't make a right, but they will make you even. So again,
no, they don't.
This is the way I feel. That if I walked around naked
at a nude beach, any dude could walk up and just grab your junk. Because you chose to go to a nude beach and walk around naked.
If you want to get the shit knocked out of them. But then again... like,
so it's the same thing.
But are you not protecting your own vicinity to let somebody get that close?
No, you just said, hey, it's my fault for walking around naked that someone grabbed my junk.
In public where I'm not supposed to be naked. If you're naked on a nude beach, people have sex at the nude beach now.
I know.
All right, in public, in front of people, because it's okay.
No, some people still don't think nude beaches are okay.
But then you don't go to the nude beach. If you don't think it's okay, you don't go there. You keep yourself out of the situation.
No.
But if you put yourself in the situation,
just no. I don't ever hard no a topic, but no.
Listen.
No.
All right, so speaking of all this crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
So there's a billboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen on I-4 the billboards that say vasectomies quick and shit like this, right?
So yeah, I chuckle every time I see them.
I'm still not 100% sure, like, what a vasectomy is. Like, granted, like, I probably should know. And I know, like, they say, like, they tie your tubes. But, like, your body would still produce sperm, I would assume. So where's the sperm go? If it doesn't shoot out your dick, like, it still has to go somewhere.
So that's actually a really good question.
So I don't want to get into that. All right, that's kind of like borderline, like pause, like conversation.
You don't want to know how your sperm works?
No. So the same guy who has that billboard in Daytona has another billboard that breaks down the cost of child support versus the cost of the vasectomy. And I'm like, damn, like how trash of a dude are you when you're like, yo, man, child support's, $16,000 a year and a vasectomy's $800. I ain't got to worry about that shit ever.
Wow.
Bro, like, you definitely got to have some trash people out there, like, if they're doing that. But I was like, damn, like, that's like, that's like reverse. That I actually think, I don't even think it's reverse. I think that's gentrification in another aspect. Yeah. Like, we talk about, like, oh, if Wawa moves into your neighborhood, your shit's about to change, or Starbucks. But think about that, right?
Yeah.
On I-4, right, you have, like, a whole mix of different people. So the vasectomy thing is just quick and easy. But here in Daytona, where you have a predominantly lower class of people, and your billboard is based on child support, like, yo, you don't want that child support, you better get that vasectomy. And it's like, now you don't reproduce.
Yeah.
So what happens to your neighborhood over time? Like, people don't inherit things because you don't have kids, you don't have heirs, and then the government takes everything back. Yeah.
And they resell it to housing developments, and you get those work, live, play buildups that are going up everywhere. Then you get a
mini mart. Yeah. Or a quick stop with a K instead of QUICK. Then we wonder why people can't spell these days. This shit is crazy. Like, so, like, like, would you ever consider getting a vasectomy based on child support?
So not on child support, just
like
there's enough unwanted kids in the world that if I wanted a kid, I could just go adopt one. I don't see what's so special about my genes, even though every doctor I've ever been to has always been all like, you're perfectly healthy. You've got great teeth. You've got great bones. And I'm all like, why do I feel like shit then? And then they shake their shoulders. So, you know.
Because if they fix you, then you wouldn't go back, bro. It's called insurance, dumbass. So think about this, right? Like, when you think about sex, right? Mm-hmm. Vasectomy keeps you from coming, right? So you don't get a chick pregnant, right? Because you don't skeet. So,
well, you come, you just don't skeet. There's no skeet in your cum, basically.
All right, so that means you'd be like fucking raw
all the time.
All right, so here's the thought is like, what's your main reason for not fucking somebody raw? Is it because kids, or is it because like STDs? But here we're basing it off child support. Like, hey, like you could go out there and fuck all the chicks you want and bust all you want. You won't have a kid, but you might die from AIDS.
Yeah.
Herpes, syphilis.
Yeah.
Gonna get chlamydia, gonorrhea. You don't know what it is.
That's why you still got to use condoms and just use like.
So then, what's the point of getting the vasectomy if you go use the condom?
To avoid the chest up.
What chest up?
So you don't accidentally get hit with the chest up.
Oh, the child support. I get it. Like,
that's how it shows up on the checks. Chest up. I knew a dude making good money, but had so many chest ups that he couldn't afford to live and was always asking to borrow $20.
So what about this, right? I read that there are people out there that are addicted to laxatives. Like that's new, like over-the-counter drug people are taking, like in addiction.
Why?
I had no idea. Like I didn't want to read the rest of the story because I was like, man, this is some shit. Literally, really? Right?
that was a terrible grade. That was like a grade 0 pun, man. Like
it still worked though.
It did.
But I was like, damn, like, remember when people were addicted to, like, real drugs? Like, you talked about crystal meth earlier, but...
Oh, man. I haven't seen Breaking Bad. I gotta go rewatch that.
Like real drugs. Like, remember, like, it was, like...
cocaine.
When ecstasy was Molly. A big deal, and then it was like, oh, I'm on a blue dolphin.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, I'm on ecstasy. No, I'm not on ecstasy. I'm on a blue dolphin. The only difference is the pill was fucking blue and it had a dolphin on it. It was still ecstasy. Yeah. All MDMA.
You popping double stacks of the thick pills.
But remember, like drugs were cool? I hate to say that.
Drugs were never cool.
Drugs were cool at one point. Like,
no, drugs were never cool. Only you can prevent. No, that's the wrong one. What was the McGruff the crime dog? What did he used to say? He had a slogan for the DARE program. I don't remember. It was too long ago. Too many drugs have been in my system since then. That was a quality pun, sir. That was a quality pun.
Fuck you. But I can't believe that. Like, I can't believe, like, people would... I guess it's like throwing up isn't the thing anymore. But you know what, like, doesn't make sense at the same time? Is that, like... The way, like, eating ass is become such a, like, mainstream thing.
I blame that on hip-hop.
Right? But anyway, so eating ass has become mainstream.
Yeah.
Right? But then you got people, like, taking laxatives, like
is it a weight loss thing?
It might be. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, imagine taking laxatives, like, after you eat, right? So you go home and you shit everywhere and... Right, it's better than sticking your finger down your throat, throwing up. I guess I'm not sure. Like I'm almost 200 pounds. Like I just eat. Like I don't give a fuck.
So question: why do models? So some models are bulimic, right? So like they eat and then they throw up, right? Why do they use their finger instead of just using that Epicac stuff like in Family Guy to make themselves throw up?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't remember that episode of Family Guy where they took the Epicac and they were all throwing up all over the living room? Oh, son. I got something to show you after this.
Sounds disgusting.
It is. It is. It's like a solid 2 minutes of just absolutely terrible television.
It sounds like bullshit. Yeah. But anyway, so like I just like was sitting there like, wow. You know, what's the next thing? Like I remember robo tripping at one time when the building I was staying in caught on fire.
What?
When I was staying in Portofino, Miami.
Yeah.
So I forget who was over there. Probably Chewy, somebody else. They were talking about robo tripping, and you know, like I would experiment with like cocaine and shit, but like when it comes to some medical drugs, like I'm like fuck it, like you know, like
Robitussin.
I'll take like Percocets. I took Percocets. I will plead the fifth on some things. Anyway, so I sit there and take the gallon of Hawaiian Punch. You know, the Hawaiian Punch was the staple for many a drink we've done.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then I pour like 2 bottles of Robitussin in there. And then I'm like, oh, that's good. I'm like, no, I don't think that's enough. So then I take half a bottle of Ciroc vodka.
Oh, my God.
And pour it in there. So I'm drinking fucking Ciroc, Robitussin, and Hawaiian Punch. Right, everybody leaves. I'm sitting there. I feel tired, but for some reason my dick was like rock hard. So I did what I would normally do at that age. Like when my dick was rock, I took a picture and sent it to like all the chicks in my phone, including some people I work with.
How's the first time I'm hearing this?
Shit, crazy, right? So anyway, though, the fire truck pulls up. I'm on the 9th floor, and they're like, everybody has to evacuate the building, right? I'm sitting there, dick hard as fuck. I go on the balcony, scream like Princess Peach from fucking Mario Brothers. Help me! Help me! And now I gotta figure out how to, like, so I got my gun on me, and I'm like, all right, so what do I do? Dick hard, gun in hand. Like, I had to sneak down the stairwell and get to the car. I get in the back seat, pass the fuck out. Right? Oh, wake up, go back in the house, go to sleep, wake up the next day, go to work, and wondering why everybody was smiling at me. I don't remember doing this shit until I was like, damn, like.
So what you're saying is we need to go buy some Robitussin and Ciroc.
I'm just saying, so working at that porno store for so long, like, remember those over-the-counter pills?
Yeah.
I didn't catch the facade about that. Like y'all took them that one night, you know, just because whatever. But here I am drinking some Robitussin and some vodka.
So what you're saying is we about to take down Viagra.
But I don't get it though. Like if Robitussin and vodka do that, then how come like when you sick, like you don't be? I mean, maybe that's. You know, like being in the hospital all them times as a kid, maybe that's why I grew to have that like that jacking off addiction for so long, because I was always in the hospital, and it's like, what do medical drugs do to you? Yeah, they heal you, make your dick hard. Like maybe that's a side effect. Like maybe I'm like a superhero or something, right? Like medications like react in my body and make me like the Man of Steel, but only in my dick. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? I could be a freak of nature, bro. I could be like 1 of 1.
You could star in a porno, and then you'd be the doctor. Or no, you'd be the patient. The doctor would give you pills, and they're like that's not supposed to happen.
Like fucking Popeye with spinach, right? You sit there and drink some cough syrup and dick rock hard. Dun, dun, dun!
We have to investigate.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is...
So jumping from that subject to you know something more light. So it was cold as fuck the other day, right? And
it was great. It
was cold as fuck for Florida. It was like 50 degrees. But I see mad women at work, you know, in like these fucking short ass like bicycle shorts.
Yeah.
And it's like, bitch, you must be thirsty as fuck. Like if you come out. Like, how bad do you want attention if you step out the house like, yo, I'm about to freeze my ass off, but I got to show off all my assets. Like, your self-worth has to be straight fucking trash. Because I've seen plenty of chick put on a nice pair of, like, spandex and some boots and they look way better than these chicks like in these fucking shorts.
Yeah.
Or they had like the coat and the long sleeve shirt on, and then like the short shorts. So like, what the fuck? Where are your priorities?
And it's not to say that I honestly do think because you can look good even not wearing like booty shirts. Literally, a chick walked into work. She was literally wearing apple bottom jeans and she had boots with the fur. And I was just like, and she was looking on point. And I was just like, really? This is.
Where did she find apple bottom jeans at the thrift store?
I don't know, but we just gonna say.
Were they real fur? Did you ask her to pet her boots?
No.
Look, winter.
My name is not Chester, nor am I the molester.
I thought it was Lester.
Was it Lester?
Chester too, I guess. If your name rhymed with Esther, then Esther, Fester, Molester, Chester, R. Kelly. I was saying, right?
just take a full circle. Goes all the way back to R. Kelly.
All the way. But that's how you could really tell, like, thirsty women. Like, in the summer, it's hard to tell because everybody got shorts and their ass hanging out. So it's like, okay, I could see that. But in the wintertime, it's like, all right, like, the real thirsty ones. It was kind of like when you would, like...
Go to the club.
When we would poach in front of the club. Like, you wouldn't go in the club. But we'd be outside the club. And you always knew the chick with the shoes in her hand walking barefoot was a score. Right? Like, you knew that was, like, the thing. Like, yo, I'm about to get that one.
Yeah.
Because, like, you didn't think you were going to get that drunk. Because that was right at the time the Dr. Scholl's had the roll-up shoes that you could put in your purse. So that, like, when you need to take your heels off, you could at least put it on your feet so your feet wouldn't get dirty.
Yeah.
Right? So you had that, but these chicks were still walking, and they'd be walking, like, platypus-footed and shit with their shoes in their hand. It's like, oh, hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'll talk to you for a minute.
And they gonna talk to you because they mad drunk.
Yeah.
But they not to
unless
the
they
point,
got the ugly friend.
And they not to the point where they got to be carried yet.
True.
Right? So you mad drunk, but you walking, and that's how you tell easy pick. I mean, I'm just saying, like
not wrong.
So as wintertime progresses, as like that's where I feel like you put on more clothes. Like the people putting on less clothes, like, hey,
I know what you after.
Hey, you just came from the gym.
Oh.
Like, all you got is shorts. Oh wait, your clothes is dirty. What? Wait, you what? Huh? Now we just making sound effects.
We are.
But I just
start grunting.
I'm telling you, like that's a sign. Like as especially with the holidays, like short shorts out there like that. They probably hoping for a Christmas gift. You gotta do like them dudes have a trunk full of fake Chanel bags. Hand them out. Like that's what we gotta do next time we go to like New York. Hit Chinatown and get them.
When are we gonna go
them
to New York?
A+ authentics, authentic replicas.
Yeah.
Right. The ones, and then just be out handing them out like, oh,
hey, girl,
I got you some.
I got you a gift.
I mean, or you could just go old school and just bird call. Remember that time the bird call was sour and the bitch gave us the middle finger at the Taco Bell?
My favorite thing about the bird call is whenever we were out in public, like on South Beach, and we would do the bird call, and then the bitches would turn around and be like, oh, look at your chicken head ass. And like nobody really got offended. Everybody just laughed because they understood the joke. Do you think that shit would still fly now? Do you think, hey, you still fly? Do you think that flies?
I don't know, but I think it's worth an experiment.
Experiment?
I would love to experiment with that. Have the control variable, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
And see what's going on because it might still be some chicken heads out there. I know, like they're on the endangered species list, but like with the dodo bird and the T-Rex.
Those are the extinct. That's on the extinct.
No, that's on the endangered species, bro. All right, so I'm thinking about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I turn 35 to run for president, that's 4 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
The country will probably be in shambles.
We should probably delete this podcast off the internet before we do that.
No, fuck that. Like real motherfucker.
Then again, if Trump can do it,
hey, listen, real motherfucker for real motherfuckers. All right, is barely anybody in this country that don't curse. or speak.
Have you
mind.
met the state of Utah? That's where all the Mormons are.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Oh, because they salty, my man. So, and I was like, damn, if T-Rex could run for prez, why can't I?
You could attempt
Baby
to run.
powder for president, bro. Like, there's a slogan. Where my bitches? Right? Countries call, be like, we want their money. Where my bitches? Where my bitches? Say like one word.
So what would you do when China tried to collect on the debt that we owe them?
I do like what you do with any other bill collector. You screen the call and hang up. Sorry, you got the wrong number. Oh, we call White House. White House. No, this house ain't white. It's like off-white. Virgil painted it. It's a collab over here.
How would you deal with the Saudis and the oil industry?
I was just paying for it. That's what we do all the time at the gas station.
That's true.
Or get people to buy electric cars. Elon Musk could do it. Yeah. Hey, they're focusing straight on them cars. I don't know if you've seen a Tesla recently, but Tesla's is fire.
I saw a Tesla 3, and I'm not going to lie, it wasn't as ugly as I initially thought it was.
Tesla's is the shit.
I wish they made a slightly sportier looking Tesla.
So, I tell you what I wouldn't let happen. This story that I heard on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, Snapchat. Mm-hmm. Get all these like social media things. So, imagine me. We're going to play guess. So, you're going to have to guess some things.
Okay. I'm up for it. Let's do this.
So, fat lady.
Pineapple.
So, fat lady sits on her boyfriend and kills him.
Okay.
All right. So before I give you the details, can you guess the ethnicity of the fat lady? And this wasn't by accident. Like maybe
this was intentional.
Intentional. Maybe not the intent to kill, but the intent to
shoot. They were doing a whole face sitting thing.
Hurt. No, it was intent to hurt. So, guess the ethnicity of the fat lady.
I want to go white trash or hood rat.
So this is not like you can guess. It's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, bro. Which one is your final answer?
Fuck, man, that feels like white trash. I gotta go with white trash.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta go. Okay. I was like,
so what would you claim the ethnicity of the boyfriend?
All right, so here's my dilemma, right?
I can tell you. I told you she weighed 300 pounds, right?
Yeah. Well, you didn't say 300 pounds.
Okay, she weighed 300 pounds. He weighed $120.
Ooh. All right, so here's the deal.
Before we get the deal, like,
all right, here's not the deal. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thought process, right? If she's hood rat, then it's a scrawny white dude, right? If she's white trash, I still think it's a scrawny white dude.
So scrawny white dude is a winner, right? It's a common factor there.
Yeah, it's a common factor. So scrawny white dude.
Okay, and female?
I gotta go. I'm sorry, I gotta stick with white trash.
White trash. Okay.
I gotta go. This sounds like some shit that would happen in a trailer. They got into a fight over a TV dinner and she sat up.
So here you go, right? So fat white lady weighs 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Sits on her black boyfriend.
Oh shit!
And kills him. Do you want to know why, or do you want to?
Let's see if I can guess this. Okay, so it's not over a TV dinner, because he's black. So
black people don't eat TV dinners.
No, they
remember Booker T had that one Hungry Man XL commercial.
You're right. Damn, why would? So what could a black dude do to get his 300-pound white girlfriend to sit on him? cheated on her with a heavy. Oh, damn it!
Nope, I'll cut you off there. No cheating.
All right, wasn't cheating. Told her she was fat.
Well, that's a fucking given, bro. But no.
All right, I give up. I'm about to guess this.
Okay, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
She wanted to go buy crack. This is the reported story.
Okay.
She wanted to go buy crack, and I guess he got in her way. So, first she stabbed him. Right? Then she beat him with a table leg. Then finally she sat on that motherfucker and killed him.
This story is a lie?
No, it's
a lie.
Truth.
I've never met a crackhead that weighs 300 pounds. I don't think you could be a crackhead and weigh 300 pounds. I don't think that's how crack works. I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's not how crack works.
If the government wasn't watching what we search, or I wasn't afraid of like some Louis Vuitton crack pipe showing up in my like sponsored ads, I would Google fat crackhead and see what it said. But if you do that, then you know like all your like Facebook advertisements will be catered around fat crackheads.
It's called incognito window, my friend. Incognito fat crackhead. Let's see this shit.
Apparently, it's a thing. I mean, I know Tyrone Biggums wasn't a fat crackhead, but
he was not.
Maybe she just got into crack. Maybe she was a cocaine.
Hey man, he should have let her go. She would have slimmed up nice.
Lost all her teeth.
Yeah.
Come out looking like what's that dude from the Lord of the Rings?
Schmeagol.
They're precious. Oh, a chicken wing. I mean, like, I don't understand why you didn't distract her, like, with food instead of, like, getting her way. But here's the crazy part, right? You know this bitch was strong, right? Because after she stabbed him, she beat him with a table leg. How the fuck somebody get beat with a table leg? Like, how... Do you have table legs just lying around the house? Or did they sell the tabletop for crack and all they had left was the legs?
My question is, how did he get caught? Like, was she that maneuverable that she like skirted?
Oh, exactly. How does a 300-pound woman get up in your space? Maybe it was a trailer. You said a trailer.
I said a trailer. It could have been
I mean, this is one of them like hood mysteries there.
That's like getting chased down by a sumo wrestler, right?
Yeah, but once they pick up like speed, like it's gone. But here's the deal, right? So you know, like I be talking about my equality shit, right? So if a chick stabs you and then hits you with a table leg, is it okay to hit her back at that point?
Yes.
You know, because there, I'm like, yo, why the fuck you didn't like bop her or something? Bap 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 bap. Because Floyd Mayweather only 160 pounds, and I'm sure he would have fucking like hit it with welterweight.
Oh shit.
I'm sure he would have like hit her with a 2-piece and not the one that she wanted, like an actual like 2-punch combination. Yeah. You tell her I'm gonna hit you with a 2-piece, she probably think you got. She probably mad at you because you didn't offer her the biscuit too. 2-piece. Where the side at? Where the side at?
Right here. Drop the elbow.
No, I'm telling you, man. Like that's the craziest shit I heard. I was like, yo, like, all right, I could get stabbing him, and I could get sitting on him and killing him, right?
But the table leg.
But the table leg. How you beat somebody with a fucking table leg? Where the fuck the table leg came from?
What happened to the rest of the table?
What exactly? Did the table fall? Was there dinner dishes on? Was there what maybe like what the fuck? Like I'm confused. Like I heard that story, and the first thing I want to know is, what's up with the table leg? How's the table leg doing? Where's the report on the aftermath? Like, yo, the table leg's okay.
So I hate to ask this because I feel like the answer is Florida, But what state did this happen in?
I don't know. I didn't get into all that detail. Right?
Oh,
like
I
you
need to know, man. That's like prime Florida man and Florida woman.
When I go and like on Snapchat real quick and I see these little stories, I'm like, oh shit. Like I can't believe that's an actual thing. You know, so
that's crazy, man. Like
yeah, just like the other story on Facebook of a dude having sex with his car. Or not his car, it was a car. Like I guess he was like super drunk and he ran up on a car and stuck his dick in the exhaust pipe.
This is.
All right, so here we go. Guess that ethnicity.
White guy. that come on.
Isn't that sad?
Come on.
Right?
That's no.
That's disgusting.
At least the other one was kind of like those roles were up in the air.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Like I want to know what's up with the table leg. I want to know if he would have clapped back and beat her up. Do you have people like come out of the woodwork and say, "Oh, you should hit a woman"? Like no. I don't think this is how I feel, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but we live in a day and age where you shouldn't hit somebody, right? Mm-hmm. Don't put a gender to it because like we don't even like. We have a hard problem identifying genders when it comes to who can use which bathroom. So, like, let's not gender identify. Like, don't hit somebody. But if somebody hits you, do you have the right to hit them back?
Yes.
Doesn't matter what the fuck they look like.
No.
Doesn't matter what gender they are.
No.
So, once if it's a dude who's a trans and now he's a female, right? So, it's a female, you know, for gender. They
self-identify is the correct phrasing on that.
All right. So they identify as a female, but they were born a man and they hit you. Mm-hmm. If you smack them back, is that hitting a woman? Just because you self-identify,
if they self-identify as female, yeah.
Because what you self-identify and what you actually are two different things, right? Don't hit any what's the word I'm looking for? Don't hit any supposed women. Is that what you're not? If they're supposedly a woman, you're not supposed to hit them. But if they got a dick, you can check them.
If you
shouldn't hit anybody, right? Like that.
If you hit me though, I'm gonna lay your ass out.
But that's what I'm saying. It. Like if so, like when he got, how does a crackhead, right? and I can only assume, you know, even though he's $120, that he's not a crackhead. Cause here's theory and history, right? One, black dude, fat white chick, she's probably got the money. Right? She wants crack, which means she's buying. It means if you're a crackhead, you're smoking for free because she's buying.
Yeah.
So, and he doesn't want to go. So he must have not been a crackhead. I mean, he's dead. I can't ask him at this point.
Because he wouldn't want her to spend the money on the crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
But I can't imagine she was like a full-time crackhead because she was 300 pounds.
Maybe she was like 500 pounds and she was like
doing
in the process
to get
of you know, losing weight, being a crackhead. But I mean, there's so many things to go on. But where the fuck did the table leg come from? Right?
The mystery of the table leg?
The mystery of the fucking table leg. That's the mystery. The real mystery, like, so, you know, you have to have that conspiracy theory every week.
Yeah.
Like, I really think about, like, have you ever been pulled over in the rain?
No.
I can't ever think of myself, like, being pulled over in the rain. Like, do cops work when it's raining? Because, like, say I'm speeding.
I gotta ask the question: do cops ever really work? Oh. Detectives work.
Listen. I'm not there to throw shade on no police officer.
Oh,
right?
Okay. I thought we were doing something different.
No, I'm not throwing shade at police officers. You know, they enforce the law. You know, I respect.
They enforce something.
Listen. Any honorable police officer, I will respect. Any honorable police officer, I will respect. The police officer that actually, you know, is out for justice and equality, I can respect. Any crack-a-mammy, like off to the side, dirty ass cop, can't respect. But anyway, just in general, right? Like, the cop has to get out, pull you over.
Yeah.
License, registration. Are they actually getting out the fucking car to give you a ticket? If it's raining?
I don't think I've ever gotten a ticket in the rain.
I've never gotten a ticket in the rain. Like, I've never gotten a ticket in the rain. So, like, if, say, you get pulled over and it start the rain, you think the cop would let you go?
No, because it starts to rain. He know he's not going to stop anybody else, so he has to get your ass to make quota.
But I thought they got rid of quotas.
Sure, they got rid of quotas. Oh, sorry. This is an audio podcast. There were 2 giant quotes under got rid of.
So definitely want to come up with some new topics for the streaming part of the broadcast.
We can also try streaming other things. Did you know there's a new Dragon Ball Z mobile game?
Yeah.
I downloaded. That shit's kind of dope.
The one that you kind of like fight on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called, forget what the hell it's called.
Legends? Heroes? Heroes. Yeah. It's called Heroes.
Something like that.
No, Legends. It's called DB Legends. This one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit's dope.
Yeah.
You're supposed to tell me all things Dragon Ball Z, and you ain't tell me about that.
I do that for Chewy. You're too busy in your Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, but this is dope. Like, I played a little bit of it, and, like, it's a lot of fun. And there's, like, a whole player versus player community out there for it. And you ain't tell me nothing about it. Like...
My bad. So,
that we was homies.
Just a couple things to end with. We'll do our... So, crazy, but... So, my lyrical bar of the week from a hip-hop or a musical throwback from this week is actually going to come from Ludacris. All right? Mm-hmm. So, just a couple things. One, Ludacris, I believe, is terribly underrated as an MC. Can't get into whether he writes his own music or not, but I love Ludacris music. Mm-hmm. Right? And his music's always, like, out of the ordinary. Like, it's never, like he was in an era of trap music, and he was doing something completely different.
Yep.
So,
hence why he was never as big as he could have been.
Listen.
He also wanted to be an actor.
Yeah, but anyway, his music is genuine. Like fire.
Yeah.
So, song for the throwback is Stand Up.
Stand up.
Yeah. So, and the one line that really got me when I heard it, because it made me think back to the music video, was when he was like, feels like a midget hanging from my necklace. And in the video, he had a midget on the chain of the necklace. And I was like, damn, that's that fire right there. Like, that's some shit I want to try. Like last week we talked about, pouring Cristal in a blender, making a protein shake, the 50 Cent Hustler's Ambition. This week, I want to talk about, like fucking
in 2018 is midget the appropriate phrase?
Fuck a diamond on the chain. Let me get a midget. I don't give a fuck. Like what do you call it? A dwarf?
No, definitely not. A little person?
A little. No. You see, but that's what I'm saying. Like about being like politically correct. Just fucking say what it is. Like that's like what some people are like the African American. Like you're not African.
I'm black.
He's black. He's black American. Yeah. All right. Why is he black? Because he's black. Yeah. That's what color he is. I mean,
well,
if
I'm
you
not
want
black.
But you know what I mean. Like that's what they do. They don't call you brown. Yeah. Or high yellow, yeah. It's black, so it's just like, hey, fuck it, like just do what you do.
Is Redbone an offensive? No one's ever gotten offended over Redbone.
But like like on a job application, can you check other and put Redbone?
No, but I always put other anyway.
Would you hire somebody if, like, say a chick came into the office and she put Redbone on there instead?
No, that's dangerous. She knows she's a Redbone, which means she's gonna try and use it, and we can't have that in an office environment.
Oh,
yeah, no, can't have that.
Oh, okay. So
we don't hire certified Redbones.
So if you haven't listened to any Ludacris discography, listen to some Ludacris music. Definitely, growing up in a golden age of hip hop, I was going to pick an R&B track.
Chicken and beer. Chicken and beer.
I was gonna pick an R&B track, but I'll probably save it for next week. But overall, great discography. Like, you know, like I even listen to DMX, and like DMX had great discography. Like you can't pick like one album that wasn't really like.
What was the last album Ludacris put out? 2014? 2013?
I'm not sure. The last one I can remember, I think, was Release Therapy. Either way, so 2019 is approaching. We'll have a holiday episode coming up talking about Christmas and all the great fake history that there is behind Christmas. 2019 will bring a couple things I'm looking forward to real quick. Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
April, I believe.
Avengers. We'll go back. We'll go back and we'll talk about that Avengers trailer if you've seen it or not.
There's a new Avengers trailer?
You haven't seen the new Avengers trailer?
I didn't know it was coming out in 2019. I figured they'd make us wait another year.
No, it's coming out in April, and they released a new trailer.
Oh, shit.
That's just
then Rick and Morty season 4.
Oh, yes.
So, great year to look forward to. What else we got? So...
Ludiversal.
Oh, yeah.
Ludiversal. Yeah.
So, last couple, little Nick's picks. Weekly R. Kelly update, or the check for. So, again, if you don't know, like, I have Apple Music, and they do a curated playlist. They play, different music every week, depending.
Is he on there?
Is R. Kelly on my Apple playlist this week? So, a couple things. I'll read you a couple tracks.
Okay.
Let you know what kind of music they're giving me.
Okay.
Chris Brown.
Oh, okay.
Big Boy.
Can we talk about that for a second real quick? So, I mean, how do we feel about Chris Brown? Some 10 plus odd years later.
I'm a fanboy. Like, I don't know. You can't ask me about Chris Brown. Like, I'm a fanboy. Like, it's a few people I'm a fanboy of, and I'm a fan. So I look past all that shit. Like, I'm a fan of 50 Cent. I'm a fan of Chris Brown. Like, put out some shit, I'm going T.I. Like, I'm a fan.
When was the last time T.I. put something out?
T.I. just brought an album out.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go check that. I am slipping.
Anyway, we going back.
Continue.
August Alsina, T.Y. Dollar Sign, Omarion, blah, blah, blah. And then here comes R. Kelly.
Oh, R. Kelly's on the list this week.
Isley Brothers, R. Kelly, Maxwell. So you can see they're getting in their bag a little bit. Drew Hill. Like, but the thing is, they're not giving me any, like, old R. Kelly. They're giving me, like, new R. Kelly shit from his Buffet album.
No.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like,
I want Piss on You, R. Kelly. I don't want a sex slave R. Kelly.
So, like, that's where I say, like, if you don't want R. Kelly getting my money, then y'all need to talk to Apple Music. Because, and thinking of R. Kelly, right? Like, just, like, ending this shit on a weird note.
We start on R. Kelly, we end on R. Kelly.
Yeah, right? Because that's what I got. One of them I'll save for next week. What are we at? Like an hour and a half almost?
Yeah, something like
that. All right,
that.
so, like a couple things. Tune in to our Twitch streams where we tackle topics such as zombie apocalypse, being a cowboy is another one, and the moon landing and aliens. Like, those are some, like, definite topics we're going to tackle as we stream on Twitch.
So we're finally going to talk about how the moon landing was faked.
Listen, I believe T-Rex is running for president. So, like, and I'll fucking vote. Cast my vote. Like, I'll vote for T-Rex for prez. But here's the last thing, like, thinking about R. Kelly and then, like, dipping. It was like, you ever, like, notice the difference in women? Or, like, I don't want to say a difference in women so much as the difference in ethnicity of women.
Yes, there are black women, there are white women.
No. Like the ethnicity of people in general. And the one thing about R. Kelly, it was like R. Kelly made like sex music. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you listen to R. Kelly when you get in that mood that you about to go and like knock something down. You know, or in the process of having sex, you would listen to some R. Kelly or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
But if people don't listen to music during sex, like, don't they not have the appreciation for R. Kelly?
I don't think you have to listen to R. Kelly during sex to have an appreciation for his music.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like when you listen to Bump and Grind, right? It's a great song. But what do you want to do? What does the song make you want to do? Like that's a
little bump and grind.
All right, so and again, like here's where like the changing of the guard has happened. Mm-hmm. Is that 15 years ago, right? When you thought about bringing a chick over to the crib, what did y'all do?
Oh, we would listen to music.
Listen to music, get in the vibe, light a candle, something in this slide, right?
Yeah.
Something like real, like grownish, and do that. What do you do now? You invite a chick over.
Netflix and chill,
right? So like.
So what you're saying is we need softcore porn back.
You don't have
on Netflix.
If you don't have the appreciation for the craft, then that would bring you to be more judgmental, I would assume. And I'm not defending R. Kelly here. I'm just trying to play
this is clearly the R. Kelly apologist podcast.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate on the other side, right? Mm-hmm. Like, the man's music came out in the early 90s, and, like, listen to his music, like, I could just tell, like, yo, this man probably does some freaky shit.
Yeah.
Right? Pause. Like, I don't want to, like, anything to turn around on me and shit like that. But you could tell, like, yo, this man, like you don't just, like, sing about shit like that. You probably, like, bang some chicks. Like, 2 songs, 3.
He pissed on a chick.
Listen.
On video.
Listen, all right? Like, stop bringing up, like, that fake news. All right?
Fake news?
Listen, you don't know if that video was doctored or not. So, this is my facts, right? Mm-hmm. He had songs about sex, songs about having sex in the kitchen, mm-hmm. songs about having sex with only t-shirt. Mm-hmm. He had a song, I think it was on TP3, called Remote, mm-hmm. where he was like, I'll be your remote, touch me, turn me on. And he's like, you press the buttons and I'll do what you want me to do. So he's obviously into that, slave master type deal, right? Mm-hmm. So you listen to it and it's like there. So then, like, hearing like, yo, he got women in the house that all he do is have sex with, I can believe it, and it's not surprising to me because it's like, yo, like, if you're not listening to appreciate his craft over the years, that's like saying like, yo, Young Jeezy just got indicted. I'm sorry, not Young, it's Jeezy now. Got indicted on charges of drug trafficking with Big Meech.
Yeah, have you heard a single album?
That's but that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's like
that's the point I'm trying to make is like, how do you not like oh my God, he all right, he pissed on somebody. So what?
Selective outrage. People choose what they want to be upset about.
But that's what I'm saying. But how come Harvey Weinstein still ain't been indicted? They already got Cosby. Why Harvey Weinstein ain't been indicted?
White and money?
Look, I'm telling you, society. That's why I'm going to run for president, because people are tired of the bullshit. Right?
So you're going to be Trump 2.0?
No, we need a fair. Like, Trump was on some bullshit. Like, Trump was like, I can make this country great again. I don't know if I can fucking do that. But I know I go out there and I ain't gonna let no bullshit like founding me. Like, yo, R. Kelly got sex slaves. All right, bust into the house. Any bitch you want to leave, you leave. And if they all stay there because they got Stockholm, then that shit happens. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. It take a brilliant man to fucking. I mean, I don't want to say brilliant, but it take the right set of people. I mean, the whole country brainwashed when they voted for Trump for whatever reason, and then Florida super brainwashed because they didn't let Gillum win, right? So you got DeSantis up there now. You staying Republican, like
yeah.
These motherfuckers is dumb. So it's like all right, well, what do we need? We need a change, right? So we need somebody that's not a politician, that's not a uppity ass motherfucker, you know, that didn't go to school, you know, in some fancy ass school, because 90% of the country don't go to school in some fancy ass country. Like, are you running the country for the 10% of people, or like, yo, you smart enough to go to school and make a living for your own? Like, you don't need
what you're
politics.
saying is, my friend, we need a revolution.
Exactly.
A revolution.
All right, but you need somebody that's got common sense, right? That when you see some shit, like if I'm voting for somebody for the Supreme Court, am I putting somebody out there that's got a history of being a bigot, or am I putting somebody up there who fights for justice, right?
Bigot all the way.
And then why does school make you a judge, right? All a judge does,
because you went to law school, then you became a lawyer, and after years of practicing law, you then became a judge.
What good are laws that just get twisted and tangled? I mean, people speed, right? You speed, you got clocked, you got the speeding ticket, and then it wouldn't hold up in court because of justice. If that's not justice, you fucking speed, you got the ticket, you knew what the fuck you were doing.
Because America is built on
this
innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, but you guilty, but they get out with a clause. Oh, well, without a shadow of a doubt, no. If you was doing 65 in a 40 and the gun got you at 65, but it wasn't calibrated, that gun was at 15 points off. That gun may be 13 points off, but you was still speeding. So you still guilty.
Not in a court of law, my friend.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the whole system fucked up. So why do we keep appointing people because they got degrees just so they can? The thing about people with degrees and that we put in power is that they smart enough to fuck the system and take advantage of you.
Yeah,
I'm not that fucking smart. I can't. Like, people could look at me like, yo, this motherfucker can't hold his tongue. He's not gonna be able to keep some shit from me. Yeah. I go out there and be like, yo, y'all know we got some debts, right? Like, I gotta raise taxes so we can pay back these bills. Like, y'all understand. Right? Oh, no, we don't want to pay no more taxes. Y'all want to continue to be poor? Like, no, we don't want that shit either. Like, all right, so deal with me for this year. Let me get some more taxes from y'all. We get out of debt, and then, like, we break bread later on.
Man, that sounds like a great idea. It's a shame an eloquent black dude didn't ever try that while he was president. Oh, wait. He did.
Yeah, but that's...
And everybody said no.
But that's what I tell you, like that's and here's your message, your knowledge for the day before we go. And I brought that to you a couple weeks ago when we went to Horror Nights about politicians. The people, and this goes to the same people, the people in power know how to brain fuck you. They mind fuck you. They let you focus on the presidency, so all you do is care about putting Barack in office. And I got nothing against Barack, right? Barack was a suave dude, except when he wore the mom shorts. But we sat there and we got Barack in office, but we didn't give him the House
or the Senate.
The Senate.
Yeah, well aware.
Right? Yeah. So what the fuck did we do? We did nothing. You gave the man a gun with no bullets and told him to take 10 paces and draw.
Yeah.
Right? We fucked him. Yeah. Right? So then you're like, oh, well, I'm not going to vote. Right? Oh,
no, it was the exact opposite for me.
No, so Barack,
a lot of people, yeah.
So Barack didn't do shit for 8 years, not because he didn't want to, because we didn't give him the proper, channels. So then less people turn out to vote because they see Hillary and they see Trump. And the thing is they both can bank off of his failures, per se. Oh, well, he couldn't do that, but, we got white power behind us. White power, right? So then they come in, and then that's how Trump gets into office, because you got bigots. They just hated Barack so much they was voting for Trump.
Yeah.
And it's like where Barack came from, what the fuck that got to do with anything? Barack was a fucking American citizen. He ran, he got elected, so give the man the opportunity.
Yo, we never saw the birth certificate.
I don't give a fuck.
We never saw the birth certificate.
You ain't seen my birth certificate.
Yeah, so you suspect too.
All right. So there you go. But that's where you got to break down the knowledge for people and be like, yo, like, it's not just about the president. Like, fuck the president. The president actually means shit.
Yeah.
Because he can't do anything. The only reason, like, Trump's getting all these executive orders passed is because you gave his ass the Senate and the House, too. Now we're starting to take it back.
Took back the House.
Right? You're starting to take it back now. But you fucked up because you gave the man all three.
Yeah.
Right? So now he can do anything he wants. And then, like...
Yeah.
I mean, but shout out to real Republican like John McCain, rest in peace, who was like, fuck Trump, you can't come to my funeral. Because he spoke against, because like you know, Republicans is like the old fashioned game. Like, oh, you gotta be down with us so you get blackballed. And I'm sure people is afraid to be blackballed. Yeah. Because it ain't a motherfucker that would just stand up and say what the fuck it is. Yo, like,
there's one.
Canada,
I can't remember his name right now.
Canada got health care for all their citizens, right? Mm-hmm. And their citizens is wealthy enough to own houses in America.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And take long-ass vacations because you got snowbirds that be here for 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So there ain't no way you could tell me that Canada ain't got their shit together.
Can I ask you a question? How can a family in Brazil come to vacation in Florida, stay in a Disney property, buy a bunch of shit because it's cheaper here without the taxes to take back with them, and my ass can't go back to Miami for a 3-day vacation because that shit costs too much?
Republicans.
Yeah.
That's my final answer.
Yeah. So yeah, some shit's fucked up.
So there's your knowledge for the week, right?
Yeah.
And that's for all the sheeple out there who follow
sheeple,
right? Like, I'm gonna go out and vote. No, you need to actually sit there and be strategic about what we're doing, right? Yeah. But that's where I'm saying, like, you give me, like, I just be out on the podium speaking like this, like, and they'll be like, you know what? That's a real motherfucker.
Vote for
right? I'm gonna vote for Bill Gluckman because he down with the bitches and hoes. Let's see if we got anything else to scratch off the docket today before we call this a wash. So again, I want to stress this, you know, on all social media platforms, you know, even the ones I don't like to use. I'm on all of them at BP_2 and then DAB, DAB. That's where you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. What's the other joint? Snapchat. I got them all. Except Facebook, because apparently only old people use Facebook now.
Yeah.
But my aunt, almost 60, and she using Instagram to follow Kylie Jenner and be telling me about celebrities. So
wow,
that's some crazy shit there. Follow us there. Definitely gonna be some streaming this week. Talking about some random topics. If you got topics you want us to discuss or anything like that, just hit me up on one of those things. Let me know what's going on.
I just haven't set up any of my identities yet, mostly because I don't have a moniker. I'll come up with something eventually. You can't rush perfection. It's got to hit you just right.
So I think that's it. That's all I got this week.
I do want to bring something back for the next session.
Okay, well,
scratch offs. I think we should sponsor the sessions with the scratch offs.
I think we need some like real sponsors in general. But I mean, like, with my language and the type of shit we be talking about, I doubt we gonna get any. So we gonna do this shit on our own. But shit,
KKK.
I mean, maybe we can get the KKK. And David Banner made Rubber Band Man in the back of a work van. So, if they could do that, anybody
David
can.
Banner. I haven't thought about David Banner in a long time. What the fuck?
Listen, we'll be bringing back some segments. If you think segments are trash, let me know. Again, we're getting our feet feeling right now. So
just run.
With that, we're just gonna run, and I don't want to say bid you adieu. I would say peace.
Peace.